Hey guys, I made a crazy discovery today about this movie. Connects to Don't Look Up, and this movie is also about the end of the world, just like Don't Look Up. And to start, the funny thing, we've been talking about like Venus and the Rose and Jennifer Lawrence and Don't Look Up, and I had mentioned that she was like my top two like celebrity crushes, but this person is actually my number one, and she has been before I even got into decoding. Her name, and it didn't even hit me until like recently. That's what made me want to relook into this movie. But her name is Rose Byrne, and I totally like it was just it went completely over my head, like while I was like, making the past few videos, and then it hit me. I was like, oh my god! And then that's what made me want to find this connection I'm about to share, which is amazing. Not that I made I'm not saying I'm amazing. I'm saying like what the connection is crazy, but yeah. And if you've been watching Cody's videos, he's been talking about this girl is on fire and Venus and that song. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, all that. So Byrne, so Rose, like Venus Rose, and her full name is actually where is it? Mary Rose Byrne, which is insane. Cody's also done a lot of work on Mary and the connection with Mary and Rose, back in the beginning of May. So go look for that. So this is the release of the movie Knowing, March 20, 2009, and now we're gonna go to the release of Don't Look Up, when it released on Netflix. So they came out 666 weeks apart. That is unbelievable. Look at that. From the release of Knowing to the release of Don't Look Up on Netflix, 666 weeks exactly. And I Jennifer Lawrence and Don't Look Up, all connected to Venus and the Rose and Rose Byrne. Oh my god. Also, if you remember, I shared that Jennifer Lawrence, remember Clade X is 333, and Jennifer Lawrence, she was exactly 333 months on the day of Clade X. Yeah, so Jennifer Lawrence was 333 months on the day of Clade X. And the earthquake that happened, that was a huge synchronicity on my live stream. I showed the video in the last video. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so my friend AJ, he was talking about Clade X literally right when the earthquake happened. So this 33 comes, I'm connected to it with this movie as well, Don't Look, Knowing. So when you look at Nicolas Cage's birthday, should have had this up, but sorry. Thank you for being patient. So January 7th, 1994. So you go from January 7, 1994 to my birth is 1974. What the heck? What am I doing? Oh, January 7th, 1964, sorry. Yeah, so Nicolas Cage was born 333 months before me. Again, this is Nicolas Cage, his birthday. And so yeah, he was born 333 months before me. And I started this whole journey with the number 811. That was really what that was what was the catalyst for everything I'm doing right now thanks to 7-1. So I was 811 weeks on this day, and when you go to Rose Byrne's birthday to dang it, Rose Byrne's birthday. So she was born 333 months after my 811th week. So that means that Rose Byrne and Nicolas Cage are 811 weeks apart. Exactly. Okay, Rose Byrne, Nicolas Cage, the two leads of the movie Knowing are 811 weeks apart. Okay, that's tells you everything you need to know. But what else? Yeah, and so just look at some of the the similarities of the movies. Like you have these are screenshots from the movie, and that's Don't Look Up, and then Knowing. So Don't Look Up is a comet, and Knowing is a solar flare. So Rose Byrne, her name is 121 and 49. So that's really interesting because 121, the Revelation 12 sign, Revelation 12:1. That's what that was like what really kickstarted all these findings was when 7-1 he mentioned that we had just passed the 255th anniversary of the Revelation 12 sign, which was this, and Rose equals 255. So there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. So this was a Venus transit, followed by a solar eclipse, and the 49 is interesting because of Venus, the magic square Venus. I've shared that. I'll just show it real quick. Yeah, magic square Venus is all the numbers between 1 and 49 consecutively. And so 49 is the highest. It's one between 1 and 49. So that's the magic square Venus. So Rose Byrne equals 121 and 49. So I feel like it's really on the nose right there. And okay, so keep in mind this rose. This is the Venus rose. This is what happens with all these Venus transits over time. And so it also makes a pentagram. Okay, so it makes a pentagram. So this movement is known as the Venus rose or Venus pentagram. So 5-pointed star. So we're gonna look at, well, I showed you that on this was my birth on the 7th, but again, my mom, she went to give birth to me the day before, like the night before. So that's why this day matters. And then the Venus transit, it was June 3rd to June 4th because the Venus transit was the 3rd, and then the eclipse on June 4th. So I mentioned that this was 404 lunar months. So that the 255th anniversary of that sign that just passed, it was 11931 divided by 29.53. Yeah, so again, 11931 divided by 29.53, 404 lunar months. So the 255th anniversary of the Revelation 12 sign happened 404 lunar months after my mom went to give birth to me. But like when that was a span. So I'm just gonna show you guys, and if you guys want to say I'm reaching, then you can, but I don't think I am, because I'm just gonna keep going. So when I was actually, I was born on this day, and then so the 6th, June 6th, that was 404 lunar months after I was born. Okay, without the span. So we're gonna go from Rose Byrne's when she was born to that day, when I 404 lunar months after my birth. So you can get 16,390, and that's really interesting because you can see here 16,390 divided by 29.53. So on that day, she was 500. That was 555 lunar months after she was born. And like I showed you, it's interesting with the Venus pentagram, because 5-pointed star. So the 5 is pretty important in that sense. 5 points, and so she was 555 lunar months on the day that I turned 404 lunar months. Really interesting. And I think it more so points to my mom, because she's the one who gave birth to me, so it's really about her birth to when my mom went to give birth to me. So when you look at the lunar months from okay, so it's from Rose Byrne's birth to when I was born, and that's 4459. So 4459 divided by 29.53. So it's literally like so close, like the next, like literally if you just go to the day after I was born. So 4460, and then it's like I said, it's so close, So the first day, the day after I was born, she turned 151 lunar months, like exactly. And it's interesting because of this, but I mean, I just think it's interesting for the symbolism. I'm not trying to, not making any crazy claims, but yeah, she was 151 lunar months exactly on the day after I was born. But there's another really interesting connection with my mom and her with like this symbolism here, because from my mom's birth, this is when my mom was born, to Rose Byrne, they were born 137 months apart, and that's the 33rd prime. And Jesus Christ, he did die at age 33. I just think this stuff is amazing. And don't forget, like with all that symbolism, and her full name is Mary Rose Byrne. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, hopefully this video wasn't too messy. I'm just doing these raw videos for now, just because I don't have enough. Like, this stuff is so crazy to me, and I don't have enough patience to like make these slides. Unfortunately, it's been hard just learning all this stuff, and I have even crazier things to share about June 24th, with all that stuff with the Lodge 49 and Freemasonry, all that. It's the craziest thing I have ever found, and it relates to all this stuff, but it's just been hard to, it's just been a struggle, just processing it all. So hopefully these raw videos are okay for now. Thanks for watching.